the Ford Model A now. This will be part one of more than likely a two-part series on the juice brake conversion. So I managed to secure a master cylinder. That's about the size of a C3 Corvette master cylinder with a 1 1/8 inch bore. So we're going to use that. That should give us enough volume for the system that we're introducing to the Model A. So the basic plan will be, and hopefully we can see the little map here, but the basic system will be the master cylinder will be mounted under the floor just in front of the seat on the right hand side. We'll have two 10-pound residual brake pressure check valves to maintain pressure in the system. The tubing will be either either 1/4 or 3/16. I'm favouring a quarter at the moment, as most of these conversions seem to be done with a 1/4 inch pipe. However, from what I've read, you can use 3/16, and the people down at the brake place also said that 3/16 would be quite okay. But I'm going to give it a go with a 1/4. I've got enough gear to do it either way. So going from the master cylinder, we're going to run through the check valve down to a flexible hose running from the chassis down to the axle. And on the axle we'll have a 3-way joint which will look something like that. And out of that 3-way we're going to have a pipe to the two rear wheels. Likewise on the front, we'll run through the check valve to a three-way fitting, and then rubber hoses out to the wheels. Now the master cylinder, we've made it so that we can use the existing brake pedal. I'm going to do that through this little fitting that I turned up on the lathe. It's we put a thread on the I don't know what you'd call that, the plunger I guess, on the master cylinder, and the thread up inside that turned up fitting, and that will screw on to the plunger there. Just not going to go with one hand. And then we've got the brake pedal, original brake pedal, which has a minor modification on the bottom there to fit into the turned up piece that screws onto the master cylinder plunger. So you're going to end up with a setup like that. If you can visualise it, it's a bit hard doing it one hand, but that's basically the setup there. Now none of this is going to work obviously without some sort of a bracket to mount the master cylinder into and onto the car. So I've made up this bracket. The master cylinder will fit in there. These two rear holes will bolt onto the cross member running across on the original chassis just in front of the seats, and out on this side we've got a hole there which will go through the side of the chassis, and another one there down through the top. Now that little bracket, once it's bolted in with those 4 bolts, is quite sturdy. I'll give you a look at it with the master cylinder in. So this is basically how the setup will be. It's just mocked up here on this little table, but you've got your master cylinder in the bracket, your 2 mounting points at the back, and the 2 on the side for the chassis, and then you've got the plunger and the turned up piece hooked up into the modified pedal, and that's where it rotates on the shaft along with the clutch. So that's the basic setup. I've had a bit of a pre-fit into the car and it all seems to be okay. I haven't bolted anything in, I've just held it in place with a pair of vice grips, and there seems to be ample travel on the pedal. So time will tell with that, but I don't think I'll need to modify it. I think everything will be quite okay. So there's the start of the brake conversion, and I hope that is of some interest to somebody. The bracket was fairly easy to design and fabricate. It's quite sturdy when it's in place, and with the 2 pieces going back onto that cross member, it's certainly able to withstand the pressure from the application of the brake. So there's that one for you. I'll do a part 2 when I actually fit it in, and I've got to make all the brake lines and everything up, so that'll be a little bit away, but we'll get that one to you as soon as we can. Thanks for your interest, and I hope people will get something out of that on the way I've gone about this little conversion. Thanks for watching.